To win the MLP Tag Team Championships, it actually would mean tons. I think for me and Flash, the last few years has been a lot of trying to remind everyone, but to be honest, kind of remind ourselves that we can still hang with the best teams. You know, we've won here in Wales, in Canada, America, Europe, like we've done it all, but the older we get, you know, the more we have that fear of being kind of forgotten about, not really fitting in to that top tier of professional wrestling, but I still believe that we belong there. I actually do think we are one of the best teams in the world, and this is just another opportunity to kind of showcase that.
I think what separates Subculture from a team like First Faction is we walk to the beat of our own drum. They follow the crowds, they do what they think is expected of them, and for us, we've never really done that. I think for us, it's always been being ourselves, being nothing but ourselves, and not apologising for it.
I do think that this would be incredibly validating. You know, that's what I'm chasing, really. I'm chasing that validation. This is my 20th year in professional wrestling. 20 years since my first match. I've been through a lot of highs and ultimately a lot of lows. I want to be told that I can still hang up there with the best, because I believe that. I feel like professional wrestling is full of people who embellish, right? That's part of the job. Embellish, go out there, make things larger than life, be the biggest version of yourself. When it comes to Subculture, and not just me and Flash, Danny Luna as well, I think we're actually pretty organically and authentically ourselves. I think that's why a lot of fans can relate to us. Is we're not going out there trying to be more than we are, because what we are is enough.
Legacy is so important. Like championships are legacy, aren't they? Like that's it. When you look back and you know you finished, you kind of want to be able to say, I did this, I won that, I was the first this, I held that division up. I was a cornerstone. That's what you want to be seen as, really. You know, people talk about, say, oh, the championships aren't important. I think they're so important, because if we're not striving to become the first, or, you know, to be the top of the division, then what are we striving for? So I think it's so important that we never lose sight of the goal of to become the absolute best, and the championships validate that.
It really fascinates me that these boys will brag about being in the business for 20 years, but they still live in this falsified reality where having some sort of emotional connection with the audience does something for them. It's almost like they think the fans are going to be able to jump over the barricade and win the titles for them. Guys, I know we're your opponents, but here's some friendly advice. When it comes to winning championships that matter, focus on talent and not how other people feel about you, because it's not going to get you anywhere. You take pride in never pretending to be something that you're not. Well, in order to take these titles from us, you're going to have to pretend to be something that you've never been. Otherwise, you're just not going to get the job done. We've been here since day one. You guys are just getting here. You're visitors in our house. We belong here. Don't let the fans cheering for you fool you. They just don't cheer for us because we don't need their cheers. You guys are propelled by their cheers. You wouldn't be here without their cheers, the same way you wouldn't be here without the opportunity that we created for you. So I hope you enjoy your stay. Please don't come back. We don't need you. You really have the audacity to come here with this delusional mentality that you're gonna take these titles from us and bring them into Northern Rising in our country and represent them instead of us? Get out of here.
Adam's history is a great one. Adam came up, single mother, wonderful woman. I had the honor of meeting her and chatting with her on multiple occasions. When things were down for him when he was younger, his escape was pro wrestling, like it is for so many people. And, you know, his trek was down to Maple Leaf Gardens. His trek was there to see wrestling. It's what helped him fall in love with wrestling. It's what helped him through his youth. You know, it often gets talked about that Adam was there at the big show at the Sky Dome, and you know, it gets glazed over. And I mean, actually, I was at Sky Dome the night that Adam won the Intercontinental title there too. So he's got so much history in Toronto. He's a Toronto boy, Orangeville really, in the shadows of Toronto, as they say. For him, I know he's always wanted to wrestle at Maple Leaf Gardens. We talked about this 2 decades ago on car rides. You know, Adam, Christian, myself, Glenn Kolka, Mike Lazansky, God rest his soul, making these drives for hours and hours. Talked about, because I always dreamed of running Maple Leaf Gardens. I always dreamed of having a show there. Said I was going to do it over 20 years ago. Adam's always wanted to wrestle there. Adam's on record probably even before there was an MLP that existed, that he wanted to wrestle Maple Leaf Gardens. It was something on his bucket list that he wasn't sure he was ever going to get a chance to do. I remember back in, I don't even know if MLP had been announced yet, but somebody sent me an interview with Adam, and it was him talking about how he really wanted to wrestle Maple Leaf Gardens, and he made a joke about, he said, well, I might just have to run my first ever wrestling show at Maple Leaf Gardens so I can wrestle there. So that got sent to me. I was walking down my street, I sent a text, you know, if you really want to wrestle there, I don't know if you need to bother running a show because a certain old roommate of yours might be running a show there. And the response, I got those 3 dots, and then keep me posted. So that's the genesis of this part of the conversation. I think it's huge for Adam to wrestle in that building. I think it's going to be emotional. I think it's huge for MLP that Adam will be wrestling in that building. And I think it's huge for that building to have MLP and to have Adam Copeland there. That building sat too quiet or too long. And that all changes October 3rd at Northern Rising.
Last week, everyone in Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling was hunting for something.
The question is this place ready for one more unforgettable night?
And by the end of the night, one challenge altered the landscape forever.
Everybody wants to be a guy.
Title versus title, a collision course that can no longer be denied.
The next time we meet, Rohan, the MLP Canadian Championship is on the line, but so is your Champions Grand.
But tonight, the battle for position intensifies. Some see opportunity, some see revenge, and some see a chance to make their name impossible to forget.
3 best friends from Wales, traveling across the world to live their dreams.
Incredible tag team from across the pond.
It's a pretty picture you paint there.
Champions wherever they've competed.
When do we get to see it?
They've got their sights set on the MLP Canadian Tag Team titles.
Because it sounds more like a movie script than reality.
First Faction, I got a lot of time for these guys. They have exploded here at MLP.
In this reality, it takes a lot more than friendships to win championships.
They represent the new generation. They feel finally validated with championships.
Subculture crossed the ocean chasing an opportunity that we created for them. They are desperate to know how far they can take it. It's only right that we show them. We are the MLP Canadian Tag Team Champions. Which means this company doesn't belong to Subculture. It belongs to us.